So today we'll be working in my workbook called Jacob Returns to Canaan. And even though this workbook covers chapters 32 through 36, the stories we've covered all the chapters from chapter 30 through 36. And so this is really um, having to do with who are the Horites themselves. I believe. No, no. What happened to the land of Edom according to the Bible? Okay, the land of Edom is where Esau ended up being with his whole family, and he married into the Horites. And this isn't scripture related. Well, it is scripture related, but it's an addendum. It's an additional information. And so we wanted to include that for those of you who are interested. And so I will get to that. Okay. So what happened to the land of Edom according to the Bible? Okay. Edom is where Esau and his descendants um, um, were. Since it was conquered by Esau, the nation of Edom existed before the Israelites left Egypt. The Lord commanded the Israelites not to attempt to take the land from the Edomites as they passed through, since he had given the land to Esau, and that's listed in Deuteronomy 2:1-5. Moses and the Israelites asked permission to cross through the land of Edom on their journey out of Egypt, but they were refused passage by the Edomite king. And this is in Numbers 20:14-21. From this point on in the Bible, Edom is mentioned as Israel's enemy, and the two nations fought frequently. Both Saul and David fought against the Edomites. With David conquering them and forcing them into labor. And that's in 1 Samuel 14, 47, 48, and 2 Samuel 18, 8, 13, and 4. During the reign of Jehoram, Edom rebelled against Judah and set up their own independent king, 2 Kings 8:20-22. The Edomites continued to be a problem for the Israelites and even raided Judah after it fell to the Babylonians, which was Ezekiel 25:12-14. Because of Edom's sin in raiding Judah and taking delight in Israel's fall during the Babylonian captivity, the Lord pronounced judgment on Edom in Jeremiah 49:7-22. God declared that Edom would be a wasteland, occupied only by wild animals, and that's listed in Malachi 1:2-5. This began to come to pass when Edom was pushed out of their land and taken over by the Nabateans. God justly dealt with the Edomites because of their actions and attitude toward Israel. The book of Obadiah deals specifically with Edom's judgment. The Edomites were proud, Obadiah says in verse 1-3, and violent, which is in Obadiah 1:10, and apathetic to the destruction of Israel, which is in Obadiah 1:11. God promised a reckoning. After the Edomites were driven from their land by the Nabateans, they migrated to the southern part of Israel and became known as the Idumeans. Much later in biblical history, Herod the Great, an Idumean, appears on the scene. It was Herod who tried to kill the infant Jesus in Bethlehem. Through Herod, the rebellion of Edom continued. Now in AD 70, the Idumeans joined the Israelites in their revolt against Rome, and they were wiped out when Jerusalem was destroyed. At that point, the descendants of Esau disappeared from human history, just as God had said. Although once a mighty kingdom among the red cliffs of its land, Edom was destroyed for its sin. It is the restored Israel who will one day possess the land of Edom in the mountains of Esau in the millennium kingdom of Christ in Obadiah 1:19-21. So that's what happens to Edom. And so that's all on this one. And I hope you did enjoyed it.